Good morning. Welcome to Whole View Farm. We're heading out to do some chores today. I got my father is here visiting for the weekend and going to help us out. We've got a whole bunch of fencing to do. We're working on a plan to integrate the cattle back with the sheep and goats. Everybody's up on the 26 acres right now, that crop field that we converted to a pasture a few years ago. It's a nice area to have them in because there's still some good stockpile, and there's it's fully fenced. We've got a full perimeter around that section, which isn't true for everywhere on the farm. So good secure fencing, good grass, and we're still grazing. So I'm up here in the control area. This has been resting since, I think since July or August, and we barely got any rain through the fall growing season, through end of August and all the way through September, halfway through October. But we still have some pretty good stockpile. We're in a really fortunate position here that we don't have a lot of animals for the land base that we have, so we're able to save a lot, let it rest for significant periods of time, and still have some stockpile. You can see the West Valley here hasn't recovered really at all. It's going dormant now, so difficult conditions this year. But we got 2¼ inches of rain the other night, kind of broke that drought cycle for us. We're expecting some more tomorrow, so that's a really good place to be. And all of the animals are up here on the 26 acres right now. Over that hill is the sheep and goats, and over there's the cows, and we're kind of working them towards each other so we can reintroduce the animals and hopefully get the dogs and the cows used to each other, because I'd really prefer to have one group for our winter grazing setup. It'll make things a lot easier for us labor-wise. And so we're gonna move them today. The goats are up in that draw up there where you can see those trees, and we're going to move them past that where they'll really be in good view of the cows, but they'll have some distance. And then we're going to do a leader follower where the sheep and goats are grazing behind the cows, cleaning up the forage behind them, and they can see each other and get closer and closer and just hopefully get used to each other. So let's see how it goes. So we got our rams and our new billy goat together, and they've incorporated really well with each other. Seem to be getting along just fine. This will be their second move today, and they're already anxious for it. And we've been moving them 3 or 4 times a day. That seems to be sufficient in this 16 by 16 ram mobile, and they're holding condition beautifully, and yeah, cleaning things up. Let's see, we got, I don't know, what, about 2 acres or so that we've grazed this way behind us in this corner. Yeah, just kind of working our way up and down. It's a little goofy steering this thing on the hills, but overall it works pretty well. You know, we miss an area here and there, but that's okay. And yeah, cleaning up this part of the pasture. So we're gonna go ahead and give them that second move. Yeah. Ooh, they're anxious. Here we go, boys. That's good.
Bring it back a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. All right.
should have just shut off the charger for this one. Yeah. Working it hot.
Keep you humble.
That's right. Huh. There they are.
They're hanging by a little water bucket.
Should probably move that today, huh?
Let's go do these guys first and then come back to the house.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty worked over, so I'm glad we're giving them this whole strip so they'll still have some nice sheep and goats will still have some nice forage as they follow the cows.
Good morning.
Morning, ladies. Yeah.
I look here for a minute.
Yeah. It's just the pressure of standing up. Here come some goats.
And look, you get a collar.
Yes. Griffin keeps eating his collar, so he gets a wide one today.
And it's pink.
Yeah.
Shame him into it.
I think Gertie's actually eating his collar. But they've chewed through 2 of them already. Oh, the sheep are coming through too.
Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah.
Come on, sheep, sheep, sheep.
So we're gonna make a new fence kind of straight across here from this post across this area. And the cows were here a couple weeks ago. So it's kind of a leader-follower situation where the cows get a chance to graze and the sheep and goats are going to clean up after them. And we're going to strip graze right down that way until we catch up with those ladies. And hopefully being able to see and smell each other a little bit will help make the introduction a little easier this time. Oh yeah, you guys are ready, aren't you?
All the sheep are...
They want some forage, so we better get this fence set up. All right. Hey, Hash Brown, how are you doing? You're a little chunk. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. There were still a lot of roses in here yesterday, and getting in this draw and cleaning up this area for us.
That's what we got the goats for.
Yeah. Hi, Emily. Hey, Griffin. All
Sit.
right. Oh, we didn't
Good.
put his tag on that collar, did we?
No, I'm just trying to practice having
Yeah.
a collar on it.
That's pretty good talent, putting it on with both of them in there. Hi, Gertie.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yay, look at that. What do
And
you think?
then we're going to
What do you think?
practice with the leash for the next few weeks because he does not like that
Oh.
leash. And then we can
What's that?
take him into the vet to get tutored.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
he'll calm down.
Hopefully. Hi, Cheeks.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're ready to move. So this area here is a trouble spot for us. It's a really deep gully. It was washed out, and actually on the other side of this field, my neighbor had to have a whole bunch of grading work done because he was starting to lose his pathway from this side of his property to that side. And so he had to bring in the heavy equipment and a bunch of rock and stuff. And it's because this was a tilled field and all this water, hey Sonata, all this water has been racing down. You see it's just been eroding out big deep channels here. And what we've been doing is just taking all this dead wood and filling it in. Just to, I know that converting this tilled acreage to cropland is going to help slow that water down considerably. I think that's the most important thing, is that having grasses up on these hills instead of bare ground going to absorb a lot of that water instead of having it run into this gully and erode this out. But we thought also just having all this wood piled up in here, you see we had a big ash tree fall down and take out our fence, and we're still working on cleaning that up on the neighbor's side. And it's just a tough place to haul stuff out for firewood, so I thought rather than try to haul all this wood, I'm just going to use it to fill in this ditch. Nikki and I were working here for a while the other day, and there was actually a gap the goats could have walked right under this fence. So now we got it filled up to where it's blocked. Yeah, it's kind of janky with this fencing, but it's working. And we're going to finish cleaning up and then hopefully just have, instead of having this area where I have these 2 temporary wires down into the wash, I'll get rid of all that and just have a straight fence here, because this will all be filled in. And I know it'll settle down over time, this wood will break down, but the idea is just to slow the water down, block up the big gaps under the fence, and hopefully that'll help. So we'll see. Oh, we got a naughty goat. Yeah, at least the rest of them didn't follow her. All right, we better get this fence set up. Crazy goat. Cheeks, you are a handful. You only get to be our lead goat if you behave yourself, you know that? All right, wild goat roaming around out here. Everybody else is looking at her like, hey.
Hey, you stay. You don't need to be a bad goat.
That's all we need. All right. All right. We're going to want to hook the reel on that side and come this way. So I think we'll need...
She told me to handed me these.
Yeah. Let's grab like 2 more and we'll just start setting them. Oh, Nikki's already setting up. All right. I'll grab a couple more and follow you guys. Got some squash we're going to give to the sheep and goats. Not sure what they are. Some kind of weird hybrid. Volunteered and popped up all over the farm. So I think they look like an...
Throw her some squash and then everybody will eat and then she'll go over there.
All right, everybody's anxious. Okay, look out. Oh, they didn't break. They're going to have to nibble on them. The dogs are interested. There. Look out, popcorn. There. No, not that good. Gertie, that's not for you. That's for the goats. Oh yeah, they're interested. Well, the squash is a hit, at least among the fainting goats. And the dogs. Really? Really, Gertie? You're going to eat that squash? And Cheeks is leaving. I've noticed this time of year, these thistles start turning a little yellow. Yeah, it looks like the cows nibbled on these a little bit, but the goats especially have been eating them down. It's really nice to see. I noticed that with Lirio, our billy goat. When we move him, it's like the first thing he's doing is finding all the thistles and eating them. Just this time of year. The problem with Cheeks is she has no flight zone. She'll rub up against your leg and kind of wants to be by the people. And yeah. We have one stubborn goat here.
There's this food. Oh, here. Go. Oh.
You got her.
Redonkulous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's down pretty. Oh, whatever.
Well, we could move it closer.
Well, it doesn't matter because. Hi, Donna.
Yeah, we're gonna reel these up and hang them, so we'll have that gap blocked up. That's a good point.
Hi. Yes, you want your breakfast.
Do you need another thing?
No, we're gonna reel it up to here. So.
Yeah, we'll need 2 pigtails and 2 yellow posts to hang these reels
You
from.
want to grab that?
Or actually just 2 pigtails because we got all these posts we're going to be picking up. And the dogs are just happily eating some squash. There's Jenny in the back. She likes to climb up and really get those taller leaves. Oh boy, we sure picked up some burrs in here, didn't we? Some of these sheep are got a decent amount of burrs. The nice thing is they do rub them off. It looks like they're all coated, and then you come out a week later and they'll all be clean again. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's that the hooks relax on the burrs or they just find trees and stuff to rub them off on, or how that works, but doesn't seem to be a long-term issue with them building up or anything. Just a little unsightly. Got some kind of bad trees to deal with here. There's a big dead ash that busted over and got caught on this skinny cherry, so that's going to be a pretty difficult one to get out of there. We'll wait till Big Mike comes back up for hunting season to take a look at that and give us a hand. There's another one over there, this dead ash leaning against the other trees and hanging up there, so call those widow makers. Alright, looks like Nikki's about fenced up here, so I can start opening these up. You ever see dogs eat squash?
Yeah.
Alright, so got our 2 reels here. It's a longer fence, so we just use 2 instead of zigzagging back and forth. We get one disconnected and the other disconnected, and now they're both cold. And I can start undoing them. We're gonna get stampeded here. Oh, and here come our 2 interlopers, our 2 escapees. Hear the reels and are coming back the other way.
What are you even doing?
Right? Oh, are those good raspberries, Sonata? Yeah, got a whole line of fence line with some brush and some grass that's been worked over by the cows. So we'll see how well this goes, having them on cleanup crew here. I think the sheep will be fine with it. There's still a lot of forage in there. But the cows have only been off of this, I'd say, about 2 weeks, so it's not like fully rested or anything. The cows are looking at us like, hey, we want some fresh grass too. The dogs are seeing the cows, and the cows are seeing the dogs. They'll be able to smell each other pretty easily. The dogs are going to smell this cow smell on the pasture, so the idea is just to get them used to each other. We can incorporate them into one big happy Flerd. Hopefully. Be a lot less work for us if we weren't setting up two watering stations and 2 fenced paddocks every day. And yeah, seems like they're finding stuff that they like to munch on. The goats just worked their way down the wood line and then looped around, and everybody's busy grazing. Love the sound of that tearing grass. Well, we better move these cows. They're getting anxious.
We're gonna actually back fence or?
I don't know. Maybe we should leave them access so that they can see each other better. We'll have to at some point as we move forward, but because the sheep and the goats are moving faster, we're moving the cows away from the sheep and goats, but the sheep and goats are going to be moving faster, bigger areas and more frequent moves to catch up to the cows. So, oh, they're excited.
Hi.
What are they excited about?
Me?
So we're just going to drop this fence here, let them into this next paddock, give them some fresh feed, and preserve some of this forage for the sheep and goats. Been moving these girls every 2 days, 2 to 3 days, depending on how the forage is looking and how they're acting. Because when grass is growing fast, you should move them fast, and when grass is growing slow, you should move them slow. And right now, our grass is growing slow. It's been dry. We're kind of getting out of the growing season here. We've had a couple hard frosts, and leaves are pretty much all down. So, yep. You really can't see a huge difference between the ungrazed portion and the grazed portion, and I think just having these just 2 cows and their smaller animals are not so impactful. So should be plenty left behind for the Flerd coming behind them. Oh, there they go. They're excited. Oh, smelled something she didn't like there. It's nice they've been respecting the single wire flawlessly so far. So since we had them in this area with hard perimeter fencing, or not hard, but good high tensile hot wire all the way around, we haven't been worried about them getting out. Yeah. We're certainly leaving a lot of forage behind here. So thanks for watching. Not a lot exciting going on today, just our usual chores and movements and trying to get set up because we know the winter weather is coming fast. So We're pretty much done for this afternoon. We did go pull up the mineral feeder and the dog food. I think we might give them a second move later this afternoon after they've had a chance to clean up some forage, and then we can get the dog feeder and the mineral feeder in with them without having to drag it under a fence or anything. We can just put up the new fence behind where we put it, take down the old one, easy peasy. They'll be okay for a few hours without it. So yeah, we're gonna go get some lunch, and then it's on to the west fence line where we're gonna start our second pass. We completed the first pass the other day, got all that brush out with our big Echo brush blade trimmer. So now we got to get in there and do a little more detailed work with the pruners and a chainsaw, take some trees out, some of the brush that's between the fences and was harder to get to. Probably start pulling up some of that old barbed wire and posts out of the way too, so we can get our H braces in. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have the camera out for that, so we're just gonna get to work and keep going. But again, thanks for watching. We really appreciate your support. Grateful for the feedback that we get on, things we could be doing better, things you see that cause you concern or you think are going well. Let us know in the comments. We appreciate it. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.